second grade. Today we're going to work on Module 4, Lesson 24. Our objective for today is to use manipulatives to represent subtraction with decompositions of 100 as tens and 110 as 10 ones. All right, that's just a fancy way of saying we're going to look at groups of 10 and break them apart into 10 ones, and we're going to look at groups of 10 tens or 100 and break them back into the tens. All right, let's first review how many ones are in this group of 10. Let's take it apart and check it out. So I'm going to take off the grouping here and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is 10 ones in a group of 10. Let's see how many of these groups of 10 we need to make 100. So I've made my group of 10. Put this back together. And let's see. There's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I counted to 100. Now let's find out how many groups of 10 there are. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. So there's 10 groups of 10 that make 100. All right. Let's see now if we can use those manipulatives to help us represent subtraction. What if we're given the problem 122 minus 80? And our job is to solve, to find out what the answer is. Wonder how we can do this. We're going to use our number sticks here, our groups of 10, to help us unbundle the 100 before subtracting. First, I need to find out which number I should build. Because we are subtracting, I only need to build one number and take it away from that. Which number should we use? Stop and think for a moment. Now, if you said that we need to use the whole number or the bigger number, you were absolutely correct. We're going to take the whole number, and because we are subtracting, we're going to build the bigger number, the whole number, and take off the part to find the missing part. All right, let's do it. The number that we need to build is 122. Okay, I'm going to build my 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There's my 100. Then I need to build 22. There's 10, 20, and 2. All right, let's make sure we got our 100 over here so we see our 100 and we see our 10 and 20. And move the camera back just a little bit so hopefully we can see it. There we go. So now we have 122. Now our other part that we were taking off is 80. So in order to do that, we need to break out 8 tens. If I look at my tens, I only have 2. I'm not going to be able to take 8 of these away. So I have to go over to my 100 where there's more tens for me to use and borrow some and move them over to my tens. Now, if I take a set, I no longer have 100. So in order to borrow from the 100, I have to move all of the tens over. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tens. 12 groups. If I count them, it should still equal 120. Let's count by tens and see if I still have it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. All right, so I didn't actually take any groups away. I just took them out of being in the hundreds and put them all into groups of 10. I still have my 2 ones. Now I can take away my 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 8 tens taken away. I took from 122, the number that I built was that big number, and I took away 8 tens. By decomposing this 100 and making it into all those 12 groups of 10, I was able to take away 8 tens. Let's see what we have left. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, which if I count them by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 1 2. So I have left 4 tens, 2 ones, so 122 minus 80 is 42. All right, what if you don't have all of these sticks in order for you to break it out this way? Let's see if we can draw a picture to help us decompose some numbers. Let's look at the problem. 174 minus 56. We can draw a picture to help us see how to decompose. Now, the best way to do that for me isn't drawing a whole bunch of ones. The best way for me is going to be to break our bigger number, because we are subtracting still, into the place value. There's 100. So I'm going to draw my place value chart. And I've got hundreds, tens, and ones. I have 100. So I'm going to put 100. I'm going to draw it as a flat. That'll help me remember that it's 100. Then I have 7 tens. So I'm going to draw 7 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I also have in that number 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now remember, we are subtracting. I don't have to build 56. That's the part that we're going to be taking away from this big number, the whole number of 174. So it tells me I need to take away 5 tens and 6 ones. We always start with our ones. So I'm going to look at my ones. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But I need to take away 6 ones. I don't have enough to do it. So I'm going to go to my tens. I'm going to look at this 10 stick. And I'm going to decompose it. Now we know that to make a 10 stick, we have to have 10 ones. So I can break this 10 stick into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this 10 stick is no longer a 10 over here. We moved it over. We still have the number that is 174. I can check it by counting 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. It's still the same number. I just moved one of our groups of tens, decomposed it into the ones that makes it a 10. Now I have enough ones to take away the 6. Let's look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to stop right there with my ones. I'm not going to count them yet because I still need to take off this 5 tens. So I'm going to check to see if I have enough 10s still left in my tens spot to take 5 tens. Otherwise, I have to decompose 100 if I don't have enough. So let's check and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we have enough. We don't have to decompose. Now I'm ready to find out what I have left. I started with the 174. I decomposed it so I had enough ones to take away the 6 out of 56. And then I also took off the 50 out of 56, the 5 tens. Now I'm ready to see what's left, what our answer is. We didn't change the hundreds, so we still have 100. We have only 1 10 left. And let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here's my answer. 100, 110, 8 ones. And I know when I put that number back together from expanded form, it makes 118. All right, friends, now it's your turn to try some. Remember, to decompose, we start to build the big number first. Then we make sure we have enough ones. Decompose a 10 if we need to. Then we make sure we have enough tens. Decompose 100 if we need to. Always build the bigger number or the whole number.